And I'll tell you, it's hard. This is a hard vote for me to take because the temptation is absolutely to say yes. It is to say yes. But the question I have to ask myself on that is that the right vote? And I'll tell you what, in determining that, I have to look at, will this move the ball forward? Will this get us to a full budget? And in looking at the history of the last 5 or 6 months, because that's all I have seen that where we don't have budget pressures, where we don't have deadlines, nothing gets done. Nothing gets done. And so, quite frankly, I think that the idea, if you look at the history of that, is that we won't make any progress if we create a 30-day budget. I'm not going to argue about whether it's balanced or unbalanced. The point is, does that move us forward to a real full year's budget? And I think the answer is no. It delays us. It delays us from that full year's budget. And in fact, I think by doing that, what we're sending the message to the people, to the workers that we all say we care about, is we are being cruel. We're being cruel to them because what we're saying is that there's hope. And the reality is we're just kicking the can down 30 days, maybe only 2 weeks, as we heard earlier. And that's not right. That's cruel. Just like it's cruel to say that if the governor had just exercised his amendatory veto, then the gentleman at Effingham would be able to sleep at night. The gentleman with the 36 Duns score could sleep at night. The truth is that they both can't. Maybe one of them can, maybe both of them can. But then other people can't, because you know what? We overpromised, or rather you overpromised, by $4 billion. You overpromised. And so to tell people, go ahead, sleep at night, because we passed a budget that addresses your particular concern, legitimate concerns, when we're $4 billion out of balance, that's cruel. So instead, what I would suggest is instead of trying to meet down here weekly and pass these short-term fixes that just kick the can down the road, how about we do some real negotiations? And in those negotiations, you have a lot of power. You have a supermajority. You have a veto-proof majority. So, but there's one power you don't have, and that power is to tell us what we're supposed to negotiate around. You may or may not agree with us, but our belief is that the non-budgetary items have an impact on the budget. Virtually all actions we take have an impact on the budget. And so part of the negotiations with our side needs to include those items. Now, if you don't want to, that's fine. That's okay. You've got your supermajority. So vote your budget, vote your tax increase, and then prepare to override a veto, and then own that. But if you do want to negotiate with us, then let's sit down. And if the leadership can't do that, then like some of the other speakers said, then let's do it here. Let's restart the working groups. Let's actually dig down into the weeds and let's resolve it on a line item by line item basis where we prioritize our budget, because we can't have it all. We know that. So with that, as much as the temptation is to vote yes, I must vote no. And I hope that if it passes or if it doesn't, that we can get to the real negotiation and not this level. Thank you.